Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, I thought I'd give you a review of my old MasterCraft Air Pig. I picked this up on a scrap metal run a couple months ago, and it was pretty rough shape. Even the original hose that comes with it for filling tires was it was pretty bad shape. So we took it off and put just a regular air fitting on there, and so I just hooked my shorter hose up to this when I need it. For now. Eventually I'm going to get a new proper replacement hose, but right now it's working for me and I got no leaks, so I'm really happy about that. So I cleaned it all up and gave it a paint job with the leftover paint that I had kicking around. I'm actually going to change the color of this tank. I want to go black, and I want to actually get a stencil done up, and that's going to be a surprise. That'll be another video. But I want to do a really cool paint job on this thing and just kind of personalize it. But it has no leaks whatsoever, and I'm really surprised because, you know, the paint job was really beat up. You could see the rust just starting to come onto the tops of the weld surfaces. So I was kind of like really nervous filling this thing, you know, because I mean, you know, if 120 psi blows up on you, it's really gonna hurt you, you know. So I thought, what the hell, you only live once. And so I filled her up, and I pumped her pretty close to the 125, and I let it sit for a couple days, and actually out here, so this way if it exploded, who cares, it's not going to hurt me anyway. And it didn't blow up, and it had no leaks whatsoever. I've used it dozens of times since, and you do get a lot of air per charge for tires. Like I filled up a couple of bicycle tires, top up the car tires, you know, no problem, and I still got air to spare. I ran an air pick on this thing a few times just for doing, you know, some computer keyboard cleaning and stuff, and cleaning the fans out of the laptop, and you know, it works great for doing that sort of thing too, and it's handy because, you know, who wants to drag a compressor into the house, right? So very handy, very portable. Excuse me. You know, I do leave it charged all the time because, you know, one day it's going to spring a leak, and I need to know when that's going to happen. You know, and then I can of course recharge it, put it in a water tank and find out where the leak is, and then empty it and fix the leak. You know, these things are made out of some pretty thick steel, and the welds are pretty good, but I mean, it's like anything else. One day it's going to spring a leak. And so anyway, for being a free machine, and it cost me a can of paint just to give it the paint job it has now, which actually turned out not too bad. I mean, it's not, well, it wasn't painted for the purpose of making it look brand spanking new yet. That's actually going to be my winter project. I'm going to actually re-scrape it back down, change the color, do a fancy, you know, mural type of thing on it, kind of personalize it, make it a me toy, you know. If you're looking at buying one of these things, I would highly recommend it. You know, they're not overly huge. You know, they're not much bigger than a propane tank, really. You know, so they don't take up a lot of space, and they're not very heavy. So even, you know, if you're, I'm 43, so if you're, you know, if you're like in your 50s or whatever, you still have no problem carrying this thing around. And it does come in handy for sure. The other thing that was missing off this was there's a little plastic collar for the valve for, I guess, emptying it faster, but I don't need that, so I'm not worried about it. But I did put a new valve core in, even though it didn't need it. I wanted one in there anyways. The safety does still work, you know, which is great. It's a blowout safety, so if you do get into the higher pressure where it's going to pop this, it will pop. So I know all that functions really well, and it's replaceable, so if it ever gives out, I can slap a new one in. Like I said, eventually I'm going to take this off, put the original factory hose on, just because it is a little inconvenient for me to keep hauling out a 25-foot hose. So I'd rather just have the small short one on there, because that's all I need anyway. But good investment, well worth you know, the money. You know, if you're buying one of these things or looking to buy one, I got mine for free, so it was a perfect investment. you know, and I already had the air fitting, so that wasn't a big deal. Had the valve core already, not a big deal, you know. So really, and the paint, yeah, I actually did buy the paint, so it cost me $6. How can I complain about that? But anyway, so that's your basic review on this, and this is the MasterCraft one that Canadian Tire sells. You can buy these, you know, different brand names, same exact tank, no different, just different paint job, different stickers. But anyway, great little machine, and thanks for watching.